Greetings everyone, hope you're all keeping well out there. As I'm sure you all know by now, my name is Alex, and today we're here to check this out, which is in fact a 50 times magnification phone telescope. Now, as some of my loyal viewers out there may remember, that I actually did a review for something similar to one of these, except it only had 8 times magnification. And it wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst, but it did have a few problems. However, with this one, because this is like the more advanced version, I'm hoping the results will be quite cool. So to begin with, as usual, we have the outer packaging, and I must admit, before we start, it really does feel very tightly compact. I mean, it's not even closing properly. But still, as long as all the components are in there, I'm happy with that. But as for the actual outside design, it's actually quite nice to look at. I mean, you've got a picture of the Earth, and then you've got a picture of a compass, and then of course you've got the actual device linked up to an iPhone there, it looks like, and obviously set up and ready to go. Not sure what this company name is though. Is that Moog? Mogi? I'm gonna go with Moog. So let's have a look inside, and to begin with, it really is very tightly packaged, and this looks like some kind of connector, which obviously then will connect to your desired smartphone or device. And then you've got this mini tripod. Okay. Yeah, well, it's a bit flimsy, but it's ultra lightweight, and I think that is some kind of metal, maybe like aluminium or something, I don't know. Then another connector, I'm presuming that goes onto this, which then obviously, yeah, so that's what it is, that connects to this, just screws on, and then that will clip to your smart device once again. And this is the actual telescope itself in a nice, it's just a very cheap plastic case, to be honest with you, but at least it's good to have. I mean, it does obviously fit onto a belt of some sort. An additional carry bracelet thing, you know what one of them is. And last but not least, we have a cleaning cloth. These are just the best things. There's 2 things I like: ultra long USB cables and cleaning cloths, because you can just never ever find one when you need one. Now let's have a quick look at this. It's just a simple user manual, but it is multi-language, and I presume this has been translated to English. Now let's have a quick look at this. This product can be observed objects 1.5 meters. Is the other telescope is not up to the function. Let's have a look at this actual device itself. Okay, so it's nicely packaged. I mean, they really have put a lot of packaging around this, but that is the basic carry case once more. And then inside here is the actual mini telescope. Well, I've got to admit, that does have some substantial weight to it. I mean, it really does feel very solid at the same time. If you threw that around or just launched it in your rucksack and you had to go somewhere quickly, it's not going to get damaged. The outer casing is all rubberized, and it's got a bit of a compass on the top there as well. And then it looks like we have the focus ring here, which can then adjust whatever magnification you're at. You can then adjust the focus. And finally, the actual lens caps, one that seems to be actually attached to it so it won't fall off, and then this one obviously must come off, so then you can attach the phone attachment if you want to record what you are viewing. Now, don't hold me to this, but it actually looks and feels like this is a glass lens. I don't know for sure, it doesn't actually say. It does feel like it is a glass lens though, which is obviously good because you get a better quality image. Well, there you have it. It's now all set up, ready to go, and to be honest with you, although that is quite a bit of a flimsy tripod, it actually seems to hold it quite well. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get my iPhone 7 Plus, attach it to this, and see how good it is. Okay then, so here we are, and that is my son in the distance, and this is just what the iPhone is seeing normally without the attachments. And then with the attachment on, you can clearly see there is quite a huge difference in magnification. I mean, we're right zoomed in on there. I can see the sign there, please keep children out of the gravel, thank you. Well, I've disobeyed that rule, naughty me. However, there is a few problems, as you can see. Well, lost it there. I mean, there is a lot of shaky cam. The slightest bit of movement creates a huge amount of shaky cam. Now, this is just what we're going to try and zoom in on with the actual attachment. Now, with the attachment on, you can clearly see it's actually quite a good image, but once again, you get a bit of shaky cam, and of course, there is a fair bit of lens distortion around the edges. Now, this is just a shot from my backyard, and I'm just going to place a picture of that shot static, and then show you the amount of magnification just looking at all these various chimneys and pipes. I know it's not that fascinating, but just to show you or give you a bit of clarification on how good the actual magnification really is. And there we go, you know, lots of pipes and chimneys. Again, lens distortion is there, but you can see what is going on. And finally, this is a static shot of the moon. Now, I'll be honest with you, in its defense, when using the Monocular on its own, I set it up on a tripod and I could get quite a nice shot of the moon. But once I attached the phone, the image became quite distorted. As you can see, it's not in focus. You can see some detail, but it is not as good as I was hoping it would be. Okay then, so you saw for yourself, it did actually work fairly well. However, at the same time, it didn't. Basically what I mean is, let's say you are looking at something static and you've already got your phone attached, then yeah, you've got plenty of time to set this up, adjust the focus and snap away or record. But let's say you want to look at something in motion, whether it be a bird or a plane. By the time you actually find it, get it into focus, it's probably got off. Also, depending on what phone you have, now I tried this out with two phones. I actually tried it out with the iPhone 7 Plus and an iPhone 6, and I must admit, it actually worked a bit better with the iPhone 6 because the iPhone 6 wasn't as heavy and it was able to be more securely kept in place with this. But in its favour, it does do the job, it really does. And if you're not really bothered about getting the most perfect of pictures, which you wouldn't get anyway going through a telescope, then it is actually quite cool. I mean, it's fairly heavy, but at the same time, you wouldn't notice it if you threw it in a bag or if you were going camping. It's not going to add that much extra weight. And even if you don't want to connect it with your phone, you can just use it as a handy monocular, which it really does work quite well. Still, however, if you've got any questions or comments you'd like to ask me about the 50 times magnification phone telescope, then you know what to do. Put them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you with the answer as quickly as possible. Not forgetting, of course, if you enjoyed this video and you like tech, then please show your appreciation by giving this video a fantastic thumbs up, and don't forget to hit me up on that classic subscribe button. But until next time, thank you once again for watching, and I'll hopefully see you at some point very soon. Thank you.